Recording is on.
Okay, if we do not have, okay, Mrs. Solomon is already on the call. If we do not have any question, I'll give Mr. Akin Pelumi to speak to us on the Cornerstone project. And also, let's remember that we are not, tomorrow, please. Our class is going to be, what's tomorrow? Tuesday. I think we're going to be doing like 10 a.m. The AI prompting, the attendance was so bad on Friday, and that was why we didn't do it. Rather, we now had to look at something else. So please reach out to your accountability partners. That's why you have accountability partners. We're going to be looking at the AI prompting tomorrow and also continue with I think we have about two few topics to talk about for the rest of this week here. So please reach out to your accountability partners. That's what I've experimented. 12, 10 o'clock. You say 10 a.m. is too early. Okay, 12, we're not showing up. So I think that 10 will still, we normally still will have a good number. But if you have a time in mind that is you okay with, let me still know. But yeah, for now, let's do let's do time tomorrow and reach out to your accountability partners before then. Don't reach out to them when it's time for the call. Reach out before then, because I know that most of us use AI for our assignment. I've seen a lot of that already. So we need to really know how to use it as product manager. So yeah, AI has actually come to stay, and it's not going to take our job roles, it's not going to take our positions, but we really need to know how to use it. And yeah, tomorrow's class is very important. I'll reach out to your accountability partners, let them please endeavor to join the class. Okay, would you give, you can still ask your question, but yeah, before then, uh, Mr. Kimpelumi, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Um, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Good afternoon, everyone. I trust we are doing fine. Okay, I can see just about four of us are in class, and of course, I heard that's like the trend that I mean, like half of the class is usually one negative class. All right, so and then also, but my major focus is on the capstone project. Right. So I can see that you guys are rounding up already. I've been informed that okay, all the curriculum has been covered for product management, and it's not just product management. Product design too. They seem to be rounding up already with their curriculum, front end, back end. Everybody's rounding up already, so we're already preparing for the capstone project phase. Right. And as we said before, for those of us that have been joining retrospective, we've been passing the information to us that our capstone project is going to be a project that is owned by that the idea is owned by people. So it's not just build up that's coming up with an idea and say, okay, you guys come and work on it as a team, and that's your project. And then once we are done, probably just put it somewhere in our archive. But rather, we felt like let's partner with people who have ideas and they have intentions of launching their ideas, meaning launching the ideas that okay, they actually want to take it live so that people will interact with it. And but we probably have some limitations around maybe getting a scrum team, right, that is going to work on it for them, the development team that will work on it, and then they will be able to know that might cost them more to pay, and they probably can't buy code, right? So they feel like oh, they need people that can help them to build and maintain. So the advantage of that for you learners is that you get a work experience as your project. It's going to be a work experience that you can put on your LinkedIn, you can put on your CV, depending on how things go, right? If you are done and then the owner of the project likes the project so well, decides okay, I want to keep the team, and then keeping the team, I would like to meaning I'll be paying the team because that's the agreement we're actually trying to sign with them. That if they like what has been done, right, they have the option to keep the team. And if they are going to keep the team, they have to pay the team at that point. But during the phase of building, they won't pay, of course, just a 1 month period, right? They won't pay, there won't be any payment. But if they are okay with what has been done, the MVP has been built, right, within that space of 1.5 months, right? If they're okay with it, they can keep the team, and then the team can continue to add more features as they go live and maintain the application for them like that. So it could transition from just a work experience, right? A one-time work experience to an employment, a side employment. Right? Most likely it's going to be remote work. They might not necessarily tell you to come to a physical space, but rather to be remote, and you can work from anywhere you are, and then you probably have another thing you're doing. So it's going to be like a gig. They will have a contract with you, how they want to pay you, maybe at the end of the month, the amount they want to pay you. So there's flexibility of so many things like that. So that's the contract build up is trying to enter with these people, right? So we are getting some of them on board, while we're still trying to get some of them on board, right? At least we have like 2 to 3 on board already, right? There's one I'm still trying to get on board, but we might have like the number of projects we'll be able to take on will determine on the number of teams we're able to form. Will be dependent on the number of teams we're able to form, because for product managers, I don't think I want you guys to work independently. When I say independently, I don't think I want you guys to handle a project alone. Like, okay, Abraham, you be manage a project alone. Tofumi manage another project alone. Chika manage that one. So rather, I would rather prefer to pair you guys, and I would rather work with the pairing. I'll ask your facilitators to help with the pairing. They know your strengths, they know your weaknesses better, much better than myself. So they can help with a good pairing, right? So that we can have a pairs of twos or max three, and then they work together on the project. And then we start meeting with the client. The expectation is maybe before the end of this week or early next week, the product managers will start meeting with the clients, understand their project, their ideas, so you can do your own survey, and they go and uh, definitely tell them to send a product requirement document, which is a document that captures what they want to build. Then we can then trim it down to an MVP, that, oh, this is the minimum viable product that we can build within this space, right? And then we reach an agreement. You guys elaborate on it. Then later we add the product designers to the call. They start working on the design so that by 1st of March or end last week in February, as the case may be, the developers join the team, and then the development starts fully, and then you guys have your morning stand-ups and then your weekly check-ins. Do you guys understand? So that's like the flow. That's like the flow of things. All right. So, but your tutors will still be having like check-in calls with you, maybe twice a week, right? Check-in calls with you guys just to oversee what you guys are doing, and then further guide you. At this point, it's gonna be more of mentorship, further mentor you and guide you. I think you should do this. I think you should adjust this way. I think you should. Do you understand? So your tutors will still be there to hold your hands, and because we want to make sure that we're able to deliver something quality, so that uh, you all can get a good opportunity at getting a job immediately after this training, right? That will be that's our desire really in build up. That's our desire, right? So, but let's see how it works out. Let's see how it all works out. But I believe that if we all could put in our best, right, we can come up with something good even within that short time. So that's like the summary of it. And then I understand that some have not been responding in a while. So it's most likely those that have been, what's it called, responding, that will be able to commission this capstone project soon, and not everybody, right? So that's why we still need the facilitators to know. Of course, we are monitoring attendance. Okay, those are those submitting assignments. So those are the ways we'll be able to determine those that will be working on the capstone project, right? So not everybody, and everybody that doesn't participate in the capstone project we will definitely not be certified. We won't give you a certificate that, oh, we won't certify you as build up that, oh, you finished our training. Do you understand? Because we can't satisfy your ability, your skills yet, right? Because you didn't give proper attention and everything to the learning. We understand that some people are away for certain reasons, or some people have not been joining calls, they took permission, right? So we have some understanding with some persons. So of course that will also be factored into our decision making. But most importantly, I want you guys to start preparing for it because for product managers now, like next week at the latest, if not sometime this week, you guys will need to start meeting with clients, right? So the essence of this, one of the essence of this call is I want to get hear from us. Do we think we are in that position to practicalize what we've learned, not just on an hypothetical project now, on a project that is going to be live, on a real life project? Do we think we have that, we can take that challenge? It's a challenge really, but do you think we have what it takes to take up that challenge? That's one of the reasons why I'm on this call. So I'd like to get that feedback from us. It's just three of us that is left on the call. Let me hear from the three of us: Abraham, Chika, and Tofumi. Let me hear from the three of us. Do you think you are able to do that? Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So do we think that's the question? Abraham, okay. Adedamola, welcome back. Chika, Adedamola, Oluwatofun, Abraham. So do you think that with all we've learned, do you think you guys are ready to take up the challenge of working on the real life projects now? Real life projects. This is not hypothetical. This is real life project that the person that wants to build it is not someone you know, right? And the person is also going to be looking forward to you people doing a good job so that there can be a sustainable relationship after the training. Do you think you guys are ready for that or not? I think if we can get the mindset right, it will help us. Having the right mindset towards it will help us achieving what we want to achieve better. Unlike if we doubt our abilities, if we doubt ourselves. So I want to know, and I'll be calling our names. Abraham, what do you think? Do you think you are able to take up the challenge working on a real life project now?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
You are looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Hello, is that what you said?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I believe
You
uh,
are looking forward to it.
without actually having real life experience, one cannot really say one is a program manager. So I think I'm looking forward to it. Yes, sir.
All right. Adidamola, then Tufumi next. Tufumi stand up. Okay, Adidamola has typed. I think we can. Okay, that's good. But another thing I want to say is that you guys, I observe on this call, you guys were not talking. When you guys get on client call, it's product managers that will do most of the talking. Am I correct, Elizabeth?
Yes, sir. Very correct.
It's product managers that will do most of the talking, but you guys are just so silent. I don't know, is it that maybe because they're in a noisy environment and all those things? So if that's the case, right? So you guys need to find this period of capsule period, you need to find a way to make sure that you have good network, right? You are available. If we say clients meeting is 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. rather, you are on the call before 10 as a product manager. You are not just coming 10 minutes after that. Oh, I forgot. I just reminding you, please join the call, please join the call, right? You know, we are saying that we're talking about, and some of these clients that we're talking about, they have ideas. There are also people in tech. You'll be surprised. Some of them are people in tech. So they know what is expected, right? Because some of them are like my guys, right? Like So they're also in this field. So they know what is expected of everyone. So they know what they are looking out for. Professionalism. So, but if as a program manager you are keeping us on the call for 10 minutes and then you are now joining and then you are coming, I don't have any tangible reason why you joined it or why you were that kind of a thing. It's not good impression. And then you're going to be the one that will do most of the talking. You'll be the one that will do most of the talking. You'll be the one asking most of the questions. If by the time you want to review FRG, feature requirement document, you'll be the one to walk the client through the FRG. That okay, based on the product requirements you've given us, these are the functional requirements we want to build. That's your work. So, but if you guys are not talking now, or you're not, how do you want to do that? Elizabeth, please help me here. Or is it that it's because the way today's class went that they do talk in class, like, because you have to be able to talk, express yourself, like be
Yeah.
confident in your words.
Yeah, I do. I think it's
See the way
because,
Elizabeth is talking now, like, and so
but I
you're
think
talking
it's
like boss
because
madam, and that's how
yeah,
program managers are. Even if what you're saying,
yeah, you just have
sorry,
to
what
have
is
the
it?
confidence. That's one thing about product management, so that your client doesn't look at you like, Shele, this one knows what to say, Sha. You just have to put yourself out there. But yeah, I think we should be able to do this class. We've done something like that where I asked them to write requirement documentation, and they were the PM, so I was just like a student or like an engineer listening to their requirement documentation, which they did well. So yeah, I believe they should be able to do
No,
that. Adedamola
no.
Tufumi, correct me.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you people need to know how to talk. So if it's that you are probably a type that you don't know how to talk much, right? You have to go and learn how to talk. Oh. So by the time you're doing presentation, it's like you have a bottle of water beside you so that the spit in your mouth will not run dry. Because you will talk a lot. As they're asking questions, they'll be directing questions at you. If there's anything technical that you probably cannot answer, then you can direct it to your engineers. Oh, let my engineer respond or something like that. Or the technical person on the call be able to respond. So, but you are basically the moderator of the meeting. I think that's the word. The PM is like the moderator of the meeting, or most of the meeting. So you do a lot of talking and all those things. So don't worry. I also believe in you guys, right? I believe in you guys, and that's why we've been pushing for this since last year. That our capstone projects will not just be hypothetical project ideas. It will be projects that people want to invest in, right? And we'll get people that will be willing to take the risk. And then another thing that will be happening is we're going to be signing a what we call NDA agreement. That's a non-disclosure agreement form for all the products we are going to be working on, right? Individuals, right? I don't know if you guys have heard of non-disclosure agreement form before. So you are going to send the form to everybody. Everybody will sign and return it back. So it's basically just a form, and it will happen before the first meeting, before the client to share the ideas with you guys. So the essence of it is like an agreement that we enter that we don't discuss, we don't go ahead and implement the person's idea behind them. I don't know if you get, right? And it's a legal document, it's legally binding, right? So they can use it if anybody breaks the agreement, there are legal consequences towards that. So yeah, so there's a period and there's little to what you can share about the ideas to other people about the core, the business core, and the likes. So don't worry, that document will entail everything, and then we'll be expected to sign, to read it, sign it, and send our copies back. So it's going to be electronic, basically, it's going to be electronic. But I'm just saying that so that we can prepare ourselves for it. It can be this week. Maybe the first thing we meet with the first client this week. Or at least I'm sure of two for this week. And I'm looking at having maximum of three projects really, or two. But I'm looking at the fact that we have more product managers. Right? Don't worry, I'll get the list from the tutors, like the list of those that based on participation that they want to say, okay, these ones are the ones that um that they recommend to participate in the capstone project. Do we get? So I guess when I get the list across board, I'll be able to we'll be able to know if we're ever going to be able to capture for three. But at least I'm sure for two, we'll able to capture for three because we also need to consider other tracks like product design, back end, front end, and then we have a balanced team. Do we get? So, but whatever the number, we like us to put our best, give it our best, and I believe if we do so, uh, we'll come up with something good. Does anyone have any questions? I'd like to stop there. I'd just like to take questions. That's all on my end. Anything that is not clear, anything you need clarity on about the capstone project, please go ahead and ask. Chika Salmon, Oluwatofun Adedamala, Abraham.
No questions.
Okay,
None
Abraham,
from
no
my end,
question.
sir.
None from your end as well. Okay. I guess there's no questions there. Okay, no problems, Elizabeth. Um, okay, I've seen Chika Salmon says no questions. I guess it's all clear. That'll be all on my end. I guess you guys are done as well for today.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Akinfemi.
But I'll hand over to you, Elizabeth, so you can end the class or continue.
All right. Thank you very much, Akinfemi. All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much.
everyone. All right. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for joining the call. Please do well to reach out to your accountability partner. So tomorrow we'll be treating our AI prompting. Attend on time. We're going to be doing 10 a.m. So yeah, I think we do have a good number when we do 10. So let's do 10. Reach out to your partners before time. And for your assignments, those of us that have not done it, have not forgotten, let's wrap the assignment up. Let's do it for all the modifications that I've also made. Let's endeavor to do it as well. So yeah, thank you. I don't know, Mr. Solomon, do you have anything to say? Oh, I guess it's still on the call. If you're free to talk, it's fine. And if not, we can end the section. So yeah, thanks everyone, and do enjoy the rest of the day. Bye. See you tomorrow. Thank you.